we're going through the mines. I'm gonna guess that it's like a straight shot. So that's alright by me. Why is the gun dirty? That doesn't make much sense. Oh, well, there's nothing down here. Oh, hello. I think that was magnum ammo. I don't need that. Yes, discard that item. If it was something better, that would have been nice. But I don't have the magnum, so... mine carts. So... push it? Molded. Ha! Bye. Losers. Alright then. This is a lovely well-lit area. Don't need to shit that. Almost never saw that if it weren't for the red light. Oh, fucking hell. I hope I get more health. I think I... Oh, I've got 2 full ones and a herb. I hope I get stuff, I guess. I hope I get stuff. Sent Friday, January 16th, 2015, 12:42 AM. Thanks to you guys, it's been a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's also about as stupid as one. Mum and Dad are still totally under though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something that you guys programmed into her? It's kinda fucked up. Friday, November 4th, 2015. That Mia bitch is still somewhere in between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I lock her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad at, since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. Jesus Christ, I'm butchering this so badly. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mummy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. Friday, the 1st of September, 2016. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin is getting all wrinkly and she's getting grey hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. So it is Grandma. Great. Yay, Grammy Evie. Can't wait to beat up this old lady. Oh, steroids. Alright. Do those regenerate my health? Oh wait, steroids. Yes, they do. Max health. I thought it was stabilizer, not steroids. Oh well. Oh, more stuff. Interesting. So we're in a lab. So yeah, this is Resident Evil, as is expected for the end game. You're in a lab. This report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grows inside the E-Series infects a human. Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with the E-Series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to as mold. Initial infection. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over the cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject regains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to coat the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Ew. Mid-stage infection. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-Series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations, and soon comes under complete control of the E-Series asset. If this state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult. Interesting. Anything on the back? Nope. Okay. So, they remain themselves for a while until they don't. Nice. 5 minutes after dose, vomiting. E-Necrotoxin E-Series dosage test. Okay, so that was 5 minutes after it. 10 minutes after dose, death. 12 minutes after dose, cell calcification. So I'm right, it is calcification that happens to them whenever they're... Okay. Target acquired. Is that? E-Necrotoxin destroys cells of any subject based on the E-Series bioweapon model, used only for disposal of the E-Series assets. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of the E-Series cells into the necrotoxin container. And we have that, thanks to Mia. Could you imagine people going all of this way and then not having that? Oh my god, I couldn't imagine. I'd be pissed off. E-Necrotoxin. The word necrotoxin is interesting to me. I don't know whether or not that is actually a word that they invented or not for this game, but it is a very interesting word to me. Oh god, this is long. This project was instigated in 2000 as one of several concepts for the company's NextBAS, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority Initiative, working with the technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. NextBAS was later folded, and all its assets were diverted to this program. What makes this project markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Since this effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling, but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the blank and even blank's blank organization chomping at the bit to get on board. The project would have never existed if it were not for the discovery in blank of blank, the remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term the mutamacete. Mutamacete, I guess. If it was site, it would have an I, so I'm gonna guess it's E-cete, I guess. The fabrication method for fuck's sake. The fabrication method for each bioweapon was to introduce the mutamacete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment for a period of 38 to 40 weeks. So pregnancy. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability from the impractical and faulty Series A through D and the perfected E series, so Evelyn was the perfect BOW that they created. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of a roughly 10-year-old girl to ensure ease of blending in with urban refugee populations. The first E-Series specimen named Evelyn has proven capable of secreting the mutamacete blank from her tissue as well. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutamacete imposes a profound control over body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We still have to learn a lot about the mechanism by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. How the fuck would you put that in layman's terms? Basically, Evelyn emits pheromones that is able to control the molded and, like, control their brains. That's basically what that means. So she lets off a scent, basically. Well, her cells do. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Almost immediately after injection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she is not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Auditions with infected subjects throughout the stages of infection reveal that at first, the phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. The psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Evelyn's brainwashing effect, and by the time mental control is achieved, the mutamacete infection has progressed through the body's cells, so the body blank. And obviously they put it blank so that they could continue this story. They didn't want to give us all of the information so that they could make a sequel using this similar fungal infection. Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia, which is what she threw up in the kitchen of the ship. If you remember, that was basically fucked up mycelia, because it looked like mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength give them significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the molded, made of mold and also molded as in shaped. The name has a certain elegance to it. That's a writer patting themselves on the back for making up that name. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing blank on samples of Evelyn's body tissues produces a unique fungicidal serum. So, they're not going to explain what the fuck that machine did. It just gives you the necrotoxin. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to blank would enhance its effects to extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call E-Necrotoxin, which blank in even tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behavior is her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she were really their daughter. Why did she settle upon family as the theme for her mental control? This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited to blending into social groups than a lone girl. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantined upbringing, a parent's love. Yeah, I would believe that. She believes in the concept far too strongly for someone who believes that it would be a good battlefield tactic. Oh, there's a box right there, huh? She believes in it far too strongly for it to be a battlefield tactic. Okay, I'm gonna save here, because that was a load of reading. That was actually a lot of reading, but I love getting those kinds of memos in a Resident Evil game, because they're just interesting. Interesting how they explain how it works. Because obviously, if you're fucking looking at it from the outside and you're like, how the fuck does this make any sense? But they're kind enough to offer an explanation. That's not going to open. Doesn't look like it, but wow, look at that over there. We came from over there, I think. Yep. On we go. Onwards.